Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing this morning? Happy Wednesday to you all. I'm going to go ahead and jump on over. And we're going to continue on with these clones. So I have done a bit on these minis. Done the basing on everybody. Finished that up. I did a couple little highlights here and there on some of the commandos, but I am back on Commander Cody and Friends. The second coat, this Undead in yellow. And then I think we're going to touch up the white on everybody. And we'll go from there, as far as I've planned. We're approaching the finish line on these minis. Like I was saying a bunch yesterday, Mega Squad clones of the black armor. They're going to get on varnish things that'll kind of shape how they look. We're just doing another coat of Undead in yellow, even out the contrast, and give a little bit more vibrant color. Okay. Hey, you Raptor, what's going on? How are you doing, man? We're gonna do bright neutral gray. This is gonna be our touch-up color. Great, that's good to hear. Did you started your new job, right? And I know you said yesterday you were filling out a bunch of like paperwork and stuff, right? That's going really well. Just doing all the touch-ups white here. This manager called me today. We agreed to terminate my contract by the end of October. Oh, wow, okay. I start the next day on my new... Oh, okay, new job. All right. Cool. I was going to say, oh, geez, you didn't last long in the new job. But no, it's your old job in. That means you have, what, one more day after today, then? Exciting. Yeah. Last job I had, I quit with a one-day notice. But it was to start commission painting. My boss was not too happy. I was, though. Okay, I think that's it. The light on Sev here. Hey, Dershot, what's going on? My notice would have been 1 month. Yeah, okay, okay. I have doubts if I could last a month in a job that I already decided I quit. That'd be crazy. You need some help? What do you need help with? Still on the, Age of Darkness box. I'm struggling with it a bit. Is it for you? There's Scorch. Oh, sorry, he's off camera here. Here's Scorch. Go to the Contemptor Dreadnought, not sure which weapons to. Well, they're shotten. If you're willing to take your time and spend another, you know, 5-ish US dollars, go get some 4mm diameter disc magnets. You need like the neodymium, like rare earth magnets. You need some 4mm by 1mm and 4mm by 2mm magnets, like the more flat discs. And you can magnetize. They actually make that dreadnought easy to magnetize. So you can magnetize it, and you can use all of the weapons on it. You don't have to choose. How did the color scheme work for those troopers? So these are clone commandos. You know, normally clones are clone commandos, just like white armor. And, you know, if you have specific legions or battalions or whatever, that will change their color scheme a bit. But these particular clones are for Delta Squad, which if anybody remembers an old game for, I think it was Xbox, called Republic Commando. These are the characters from Republic Commando. It was the first time you saw, like, you know, clone commandos, and there were the 4 unique characters, and, like, you played as boss, and you actually would, like, order your squad. It was really cool. It had like, really cool system about it. You would kind of set them to take cover or set their behaviors and stuff, like everybody in the squad. While you're like running around Geonosis, I think that's what it was. Republic Commando books are great. Oh, that's good to hear. Okay. But yeah, boss. This is boss. We just painted Fixer in the green, Sev is in the red, and then Scorch is in the gray and yellow. Not sure which weapon. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, magnetizing the Dreadnought is the easiest thing to do in my opinion. Otherwise, I don't think you can go wrong with the Gravis Melta and a Fist. That's my opinion. if you don't want to go through the effort to magnetize, which I know you're already going through a lot of effort putting that box together, but... I thought about magnetizing it, but for the first models, it'd be okay just to have an army that is done. Yeah, it's fair. Yeah. Well, I think the Gravis Melta Cannon and your normal like Dreadnought Gravis Power Fist or whatever are good options. The Power Fist, I like to put a Melta gun inside the Power Fist, so if that affects how you equip it, but you also don't need to worry about like WYSIWYG all the time. I'm sure if you took that model and you said, hey, this guy has a las cannon or a heavy bolter, I don't think many opponents would care if that were the case. Matter of fact, I would say if they do care and make a fuss about that, then it's probably like a red flag of like people you should remember not to really play games, because it's not good behavior. Hey, no, sorry, whoops. Almost, I thought you were choked for a second, but no, it's Raja. Raja, hey Raja. Don't know what I'm saying. I can't read. And thank you for the compliment. Liking the clones. I have come for a calming stream. Well, welcome in, Dark Angel. You're in the right place. Definitely in the right place. Okay. Yeah, alright. Delta clones. Their touch-up's done. They're finding problems out of nowhere. That'll be annoying in the future. Yeah. Meltas are anti-vehicle. The best thing about the Gravis Melta that makes it really strong is it's got a decent range, and if you put a fist on them, like, you want to be running in. So like you're going to be moving forward. So getting in like within that 12-inch bubble is where you want to go. It's got 2 shots. It's twin linked, so you reroll failed hits. But you're also weapon skill 5, so you're hitting on 2s. So you're really good ballistic skill to hit with it. Did I mention it's cheap? It's only like 5 points over the heavy bolter, which is crazy cheap. Yeah, and if you want to shoot at infantry, or like a character, someone that's like giving you trouble, the strength 8 on the Meltagun and the AP 1 will get through armor, and it's instant death if they happen to fail their invulnerable saves. So it'll instant death Space Marines. So it is a very good weapon.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into
Hey, Gabe Luna. Gabe Luna, I think you might be my 200th subscriber on YouTube. Thank you very much, and welcome in. How are you doing? Today has not been the greatest morning. Has been great. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, yeah, come chill with us then. That's what we do. We relax and paint minis. I think I'm going to finish up these clones today. I'm going to paint some fantasy undead. I'm going to try to paint that vampire lord. Maybe finish him by tomorrow. Put him on the dragon, I think, is what we're going to do. Yeah, thanks. The Gabe Luna or Gabe Luna? Welcome in, though. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support always, guys. I do stream on Twitch and YouTube, so YouTube is a relatively new thing for me. So if you hear me talking to people and you don't know where they are, probably on the other platform. Come to chill. I'm in class, so call him stream while classwork. There you go. Nice. Very nice. I am honored that you think to come here, my stream, relax. Fire some bases. Kind of raining outside. Bad for rattle cans. Yeah, definitely don't be spraying minis while it's raining. That's why airbrushes are nice. Me like 15 years in the hobby before I got an airbrush, though. Gabe. Okay, cool. Thank you for clarifying. Just trying to touch up the white armor. It's actually light gray armor. There is no white on these minis. I don't mess with Twitch much. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If I am, as a viewer, personally, I watch way more YouTube than Twitch. So I get it. I never really got into Twitch until I started streaming a couple years ago. So it was pretty unfamiliar to me. I always wanted to jump into YouTube because, again, I like YouTube as a viewing platform. It's a little hit or miss as far as streaming. You know, I don't really care if my numbers are really big on YouTube while I live stream. Like, it's fine. I just want to give people options. Hang out. YouTube for VODs and Twitch for live streams. There you go. There you go. Grogu, yes, I am painting Star Wars Legion, and we're in the process of finishing up these minis. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Good to see you again, Grogu. I'm painting either Waxer or Boyle. I don't remember which clone this is, but that's who we're painting. We are almost done with these guys, though. Yeah, for me, it's about like the creator, whether I watch YouTube or Twitch. So I have some people I like their content, and they stream on YouTube, and I'll normally catch a live stream on YouTube of theirs, or watch the VODs later on or something. But obviously, people I'm friends with and I enjoy hanging out with on Twitch, so I'll go and I'll lurk in their streams. They're streaming. Okay, we have our light gray touch-ups. So yeah, this is one of the Clone Commando squads, this Omega squad. I did a little bit of highlights on the cloth on the inside. And what I'm going to end up doing... Yeah, clone stuff is really cool. Yeah, these Clone Commandos are really cool. I'm going to varnish these guys. I'm going to spray varnish them with a satin varnish to give a bit of a sheen on their armor. But man, this... I don't know if you guys can truly see just how smooth this armor looks. But this is airbrushed dark neutral gray, and then I put a Pro Acryl black wash over it. That's all their armor plates are. And it's just this like super smooth matte color. It looks so good. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray satin varnish, and then all of the cloth and some of the like parts that, you know, we don't want to be with have a satin finish, I'm going to brush on a matte varnish, and the matte varnish will kind of tone those down, make those look more like cloth, while the armor keeps a bit of a shine. I don't want to gloss varnish because the gloss varnish is a bit much. Here is the sniper kind of guy. I don't think this is a sniper rifle. I don't know what kind of rifle this is. I'm not sure. You know what? We have their rule cards here. Let's look up their rules. You got the same mini holders? Nice. Nice, Gabe. Yeah. I have tons of these. Alright, Clone Commandos. There's two different versions here. Where are these two different versions? Let's see. Oh, this Delta Squad has their own rules? I didn't know Delta Squad had their own rules. What? I had no idea Delta Squad had rules. Wow, okay. Okay, so they're just 1 health. They can't be suppressed with this, which is huge. Basically a 4-up armor save is what the red die is. Comes with all 4. Okay, they like to sit on an objective that you pick. Great independent recover, okay. What is that armor? Let's see. We got some upgrade cards. Katarn pattern armor. Unit be assigned more than 1 wound from a non-melee attack unit. Expend it. Assign this unit 1 wound instead. Okay, so this is a discard to use. So they just come with it. You just discard it and you basically ignore a bit. And then this is the 17. Is that the shotgun? Is it 2 different configurations? Interesting, okay. So shotgun 1 to 2, it's 2 dice. Okay, it's got impact, so it's good against vehicles. Then scatter does, oh man, what does that do? It's like multiple units in the squad or something. And then this one's a 3 to 4, so it's a long range sniper. It's got lethal 1, high velocity reconfigure, okay. And both these are 0 points, they just come with them. And then the difference between these 2 units, they have shields, that's cool, they have personal shields. Target, let's see, they have independent, which is good, and then they have, their blasters are 2 black instead. These are cool. I might have to get myself a squad of Clone Commandos. I had no idea Delta Squad had actual rules. That's amazing. That's really cool. But yeah, alright. Well, there we go. We got some commandos. I think, guys, I think I'm done with these guys. I think I'm done with these. You know, one more little thing I want to do. Let's paint. Alright. We're gonna take some Griff Charger Gray, which is this stuff right here. I'm gonna shake it up really well. It's a contrast paint. We're gonna help these weapons out a little bit. So the weapons are just black contrast over white, but I like to put this blue on there. It makes it look a little more like a cold metal. It's been so long since I painted clones. I kind of forgot what that looked like. Yeah, Gabe. Blue tack, old paint pots, and I put sand in mine. that weighs them down. So just a trick I learned from Twitch streamer and friend Crucial Blue does that with his, so it's a really good idea. And so when I use like the taller bottles, like the wash bottles and the texture paint bottles and stuff from Citadel, they don't just fall over. It's not just all top heavy minis weighing down everything. Okay, yeah, that blue will be good. I had no idea Delta Squad was a usable unit. Star Wars Legion. Never thought of using sand. Yeah, you fill them up, and you can like super glue the rims too to keep them on there. I didn't, but you know, if you're worried about them popping open or something, filling sand everywhere. But yeah, just like play sand, just something to weigh it down a bit. That's one of the things I love about streaming, is that I have learned so much, like random little things that have helped like help me grow as like a hobbyist, just from like the people that I've watched and interacted with, and people that watch me and like they, you know, explain something to do differently, and I try it. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. So
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Gustavo, welcome, and thank you for the YouTube sub, man. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a great day. We're just relaxing and painting Star Wars for another minute or so, but then we're gonna move on. I have some Warhammer: The Old World to paint. Good. All right. Those weapons be a little cooler. We have our Delta Squad finished. We have Cody and friends finished, and then we have Omega Squad finished. Varnish things are what's next, so they can all just kind of go to the side. Nice quick work. All right, next thing I'm doing is we're gonna paint this guy right here, a little vampire buddy. My camera is at a strange angle. Yeah, so we're gonna paint this guy. And yeah, we base coated him blue. I figured I'd do his armor blue because it's a little different than everything else. I didn't give him a helmet. I didn't like the helmet. I'm not a huge fan of this mini. It does go on the zombie dragon that we have we've been kind of painting and we have yet to finish, but this is our zombie dragon. So you know, this guy's gonna sit on top of that dragon. Blue armor seemed to work well. How are we gonna start this? He's got a chalice, he's got a sword, he's got a skull hanging on his belt. Got a cool shield. I think we'll make the dragon on its shield green, kind of like the... Or no, it'll be bone. Bone with green in between the wings is what we'll do. More skulls. Alright. Let's start with gold. Get into the highlights in a little bit. Yes, this is a Vampire Counts mini. Yep, this is for my Old World army. Finally getting to my Vampire Lord on Dragon. I have a couple Vampire Counts minis that are primed or, you know, prepped to paint and everything, but spending quite a bit of time on this guy and his dragon. I did paint 10 Blood Knights earlier this month. I made like a goal for myself to finish all my Vampire Count minis before the end of the month, and I can pretty confidently say that's not going to happen. After I paint this guy, I have a couple characters to paint, which isn't much. So like, you know, if I happen to do something crazy like finish this dude today, then, you know, there's a chance I get a lot more done, but I'm kind of doubting. A couple characters will take a while. I should be done by tomorrow evening, but and I have a corpse cart. I'm looking forward to painting the corpse cart. I'm a little nervous, not quite sure how I'm going to paint everything, but corpse cart should be fun. I love the corpse cart mini. Reason bright gold. I'm just gonna put a couple thin coats on here. Mess up our blue armor that we started. So a lot of what I paint on stream is commission work. I paint commissions full time. I know my next commission I'll start next week is some old world minis, some other old world minis. But yeah, this one is mine. Love Warhammer Undead. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Gabe. Yeah, I also love Warhammer Undead. I'm a huge fan of like fantasy undead anyway. That was always like my favorite faction. Them and like wood elves. And I'm a big fan of dwarves too, but something about being able just to like summon an unending horde as an army is really cool to me. So I'm a big fan of that whole aspect. And I grew up playing Warhammer Fantasies, so this game was made for the old man like me. It's just living on nostalgia at this point. I play Horus Heresy and I play and I play the old world. I'm just using old school rules to play the games I want to play. I know there's a group local to me too that plays the occasional game of 5th edition 40k. And I would definitely jump in on that. I still have all my 5th edition codexes. I have a ton of 5th edition codexes. Snooty High Elves. Dude, I love High Elves in Warhammer Fantasy. Yeah, way back when I was maybe like, man, 14. I've been playing a little bit of Warhammer Fantasy with a friend of mine, and he had been collecting High Elves, and he had the High Elf like army book, and I had an Empire army. I think I might still have my Empire army book. I may have ended up giving it to him. He'd started collecting Empire, and I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? I really want to collect High Elves. And for some reason, he would not let me, like, have the book or, like, borrow the book. He, like, didn't want me collecting High Elves. I don't remember why. I'm sure there was some reason for it, but it's, like, all against it. Well, another friend of ours got into Warhammer, and my buddy instantly gave him the High Elf book. And I was like, well, fine. I guess that's how it's gonna be. I just wanted to start a High Elf army. They look cool. You know, they're like all like better than everybody and all this stuff. They have like knights as troops, which is really cool. Just like cool units. About that time, I learned about a new painting technique. This was all the way back in like 2004. You know, so no YouTube, just to look up like, you know, how to paint miniatures. I discovered a new painting technique called dry brushing. I was like, dude, it's like I could paint all of the armor really quick with dry brushing. Like, this is insane how fast you can paint and make minis look good. I was like, what's a good army that really lends itself well to dry brushing? And I looked at some different armies, and I figured out that Dark Elves are just covered in chainmail. And chainmail is like the dry brushing, like thing, right? You dry brush on, on chainmail, and that's all. You just prime the minis black and you dry brush. So yeah, I was like, well, if I can't have High Elves, I'll have Dark Elves. So I got Dark Elves. Everybody was mad at me because repeater crossbowmen were good, but bad. They turned me to the dark side. Hey Tuvan, what's going on? This is a vampire that I am painting. Let's take this dark green brown. This is the vampire who will be riding the dragon. Really pale skin, so we're just going to start with this dark ivory on his skin, and we'll wash it to make it different. Yeah, so the dragon we've been painting on Sunday nights is mostly done. I figured I'd do a little bit on the actual rider himself. What do you think is worse, being entombed in a dreadnought or becoming Stardust sealed in a suit? I think the dreadnought's probably worse because you're aware that you're in a dreadnought. I don't know if the Dusty Boys are aware they're in a entombed in dust. I have advice for someone who has a project that needs to be done on a timetable that's fallen into a slump. Well, it's, you know, obviously it's about your motivation, right? You gotta get your motivation together. I would say you have, like, obviously you have to get yourself up in painting. You can't just, like, ignore it. But, tell yourself, I'm gonna paint one color on everybody. You know, each day. And sit down and start painting. And you paint that one color. And if you get that color done and you're done, you can't bear it anymore, that's fine. You got your color done. If you're still sitting there and you're like, man, I could do a little more, like, just start on the next color. And then you tell yourself the next day, like, oh man, I already got, you know, a third of my minis painted with this next color. I just need to finish that color today because that's my next color to paint today. Make out like a written plan for yourself. I'm like, I'm going to paint these colors, like this color this day, this color this day. And then you'll eventually, you know, whether you're outpacing it or you're staying on schedule, like, you're good. But yeah, doing little bits to help yourself the next day feels really good. Helps you get motivated to paint too, because you're like, well, I already got it done. And then you're like, well, the next day, like, I only have, you know, 2/3 of the minis to paint with this one color. Maybe I can just move ahead a little bit more and do the same. And then eventually you're just like finishing colors a day ahead of time. gamify it. Yeah. Reward loop, yeah. Tell yourself you're gonna buy yourself something when you finish. I don't know, make yourself like little rewards. Make your goals, or you can make your goals very small. Like it's like, hey, when I do this, I'll get this. But make it like, yeah, like just finishing a color on all the minis or something. You know, not even like finishing a whole mini, just really simple and basic things. Where's that clamp attached to? Just some blue tack. Or vampire, I know, yeah. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Hold on, Sig. Or that is not the painting dead. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for the clarification. I mean, I'm into getting this mini painted. My month, I'm getting that painting sent. Nice, Timid Tempest. All right, all right. Paint some D&D minis. Very cool. Anything particularly interesting that you're painting? Start on the second coat of this before the second coat of gold. That's okay. I think we have our giveaway stuff set through the rest of the year, so it's exciting. Furbolg, Strength Monk, and a little tiny little elemental sorcerer wizard. Okay, cool. Are they Nullzor's minis? Are they prints, or where'd you get them? Oh, they're Hero Forge. Oh, cool. All right. Reset small goals. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Yep. Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. That's the Yeah, I try to find like rewards for myself. But my thing is like, you know, I tell myself I do not play with unpainted minis. So if I want to put minis on the table, they have to be painted. And then, you know, when I schedule a game, I will purposely make like an army list that includes unpainted minis in it. So I have to paint the minis before the game. Like I'll do stuff like that to help me get motivated to paint. Okay, let's go back to this gold. Just using all pro acrylic colors. What might be the reason the team loses the painting points? Yeah. There you go. There's good motivation. Find people to chat with and talk to while you're painting, or get sucked into like a good like audiobook or something. Helps me. I own way too many mega knobs. Oh no. How many is too many? Can't you bring like 18 of them in a game? Is that the max? Or are they like 5 per squad, or how are they? You have around 50? Jeez. By custom, do you mean like 3D prints, or like you just converted them to have something different? 20 or 3D printed, okay. It still blows my mind that like the orc range is basically plastic at this point. Remember way back when that was not the case. I remember when trucks were metal. And they released that plastic truck and they're like, it has 120 pieces in the kit, and it was like a huge deal. Then they would show a battle report where people were like looting like Tonka trucks and stuff. Bring their Speed Freaks list in a game. Yeah, Gabe, that is also exactly right. You are able to, if you're able to, if you're not having fun, then, take a break. If you have that luxury. I don't always have that luxury, but you have that luxury. Take a break when you can. But again, setting small goals, being able to see, like results happening. These are all good motivators to finish. Kilocans, 3 death dreads, 9 mech guns, and Gorkanite. Yeah. I love Kilocans. Kilocans for some reason are like my favorite orc unit. If I played orcs, I would take all of the Kilocans I could. I think every time. I don't care if they're terrible. I'd make them work. We'll see my orc war boss commission? Yeah, sure. Yeah, post up in the Discord, or you got separate link for it. Oh, nice. That's so cool. The pirate hat and like the huge armor and everything. And the banners he stole. That's perfect, man. That's great. Really good. Need to maneuver around the table. Yeah. What size base do they put Kilocans on? I feel like they'd be on like really big bases. Which is annoying. And as someone who has played Genestealer cults with like maxed out jackals and like bikes, when you put them on the table, they just take up like half the table space. It's really annoying. 60 mil. Okay, yeah. Yeah, using them in squads of 3 or squads of 6. Yeah, putting 18 of those on the table. Yeah, it'd get really annoying. blow themselves up. That's the like the detachment rule, right? For the mechs. Like you can take the chance of blowing your own vehicle up. Okay. That little guy, let's get some burgundy out. Dread mob, yeah. And we're gonna get, we'll do warm brown. We're shooting a dread mob button push, yeah. That's cool. Is it fun though? Like, do you have fun playing against it? And does your girlfriend have fun, like, actually playing the list? That's what matters, right? If it's, even if they blow themselves up, if it's fun. Facebook. This moment you'll need to look. Any leftover junk and some pipes, lots of green stuff. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Speaking of work, any good articles this morning? Is that the article today talking about that kind of stuff? Or no, I don't. Huh. Fun to play against. Yeah, yeah. Chuckas took out Land Raider. It's that kind of stuff. While you play orcs. Put it right over there. I forgot. Bone color actually needs to go on dragon. My family has, let's see, we got trick or treat. Our beggar's night is tomorrow. Painting Son is excited. I'm gonna dress up in my my Jedi outfit, so that'll be fun. Saturday is my son's birthday party. Has some surprise visitors in the grandma and grandpa coming in from out of state, bringing his cousin that lives out of state is coming up with him, so he doesn't know it yet. That's going to be a surprise, but he's going to be spending the weekend with some of his favorite people, so good. Love the next shooting phase, yeah. Fantastic orc airship made from recycled materials. Oh, cool, yeah. You don't change rinse pots after metallic colors? No, usually not, no. I have been painting minis for over 20 years, and I have never noticed a difference. If the water is like, if I was painting metallics on a ton of minis and the water is like saturated with metallic flake, like, yeah, I'll switch out the water then. But no, I don't switch paint just after one metallic color or even a few. I'm just painting a normal mini. Never had an issue. That was the only one. Yeah. Yeah, some people are really adamant about it, or like using separate like rinsing containers and stuff, but I just don't care. It doesn't change things. Okay, now let's get back to business here. Got some warm brown. We're gonna start on these gloves. Hitting up base colors first. Rings on his fingers. It's kind of nice and it's kind of frustrating with the Vampire Count's army that there's not so much a cohesive color scheme. It's very much like your skeletons and like your zombies that can wear some of the same colors and stuff, but otherwise it's just like a Vampire Count armies are very much like a hodgepodge of just random Halloween themed creatures. And I would always think like the vampires are very individualistic, even if they do serve like a lord or a count or whatever. So, they'd probably wear their own colors, want to do their own thing. So it's nice because I get to paint different colors, but it's also not nice because I want to use a particular color scheme. I had a good color scheme picked out when I started painting my skeletons, but it doesn't really matter for most of the army. It's just painting organic stuff. Yeah, it's literally what it is, Raja. Yeah, just random nonsense. Try to do little things to make it look a little more cohesive. Like, he's got blue armor, and the cloth on my skeletons is blue, so... Done with the Dreadnought. Nice. Very nice. What's next? See, that's all armor, that's all armor. Okay. We can grab some silver. Painting Sun is good. The Spartan's not too bad. It's obviously a huge mini, but it's kind of weird how you put it together because there's no like single panel that extends the like whole length of the Spartan. So you think there would be, but it's really just a bunch of little pieces. Painting Sun is doing much better. He's feeling really good. His cough is not as like gross. So antibiotics are working. I'm assuming very quickly, apparently. Hey, you know, I'm not gonna complain. He's only got a couple days left on his like Z pack anyway. Classic mix of silver. I heard Monument Hobbies was showing off a new gunmetal color. That's like a mid-tone silver. Is like my dream. Oh, of course he's gonna finish the whole pack. Yeah, we definitely don't. No, we don't stop antibiotics early. No, that's super bad. I'm just happy he's doing better already. Raja getting into doctor mode. Yeah, no. Yeah, I imagine it is. Yeah, if the past couple years have taught me anything, it's that well, people are not bright at all. I'm sorry, people. You guys really aren't. Just be less dumb. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Can't you just be less dumb? What's up? The ceiling. Ooh, got me. All right. Bengat. What if I'm painting outside? There is no ceiling above my head. Silver on here. Not. Okay. Base colors to put on this mini. Straps holding the bones, the big back horn things. We'll put some washes on this guy. Start highlighting. Okay, we got that. Let's do another coat on our leathers here. Okay. The second coat on this dragon, since we didn't do that earlier. Make it in between the dragon's wings. About ready to wash this mini down. I used dark blue by Pro Acryl. On the armor, so we're going to highlight it up with some turquoise. First, we're going to use this camo green. Try to match our actual zombie dragon a little bit.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, Mal for the win? Is that what your screen name is? Or is it Mouthed? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, that'll be cool on the shield. That'll be very, very reminiscent of the dragon. So these are just base colors. We're gonna give this guy a wash. What we're gonna do first, we're gonna put down some old army painter strong tone. Sure, these wins. Right. All right, Phaedros. Good morning. How are you doing, Phaedros? Right, just building a gnaw hole. Okay, is that it's a Skaven thing, isn't it? Sounds like a Skaven thing. Skaven faction. Yep. Guy looks uncomfortable on the handle. Yeah, you're not the first person to mention that, Mydril. But you know what? He's doing alright. What is this? Yeah, this is the Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon. Yep. We painted the Zombie Dragon already. who is just about done. Now it's, I just figured I'd spend some time on this guy. Maybe finish him today, I don't know. Let's see, we're making good progress. I'm working on him for less than an hour, and we got, our base colors on. Okay. A bit of flesh wash here. All right. I don't paint that fast. Not sure if that's me or the fact I'm painting Death Guard. I mean, it's a bit of Death Guard, but I also paint a lot faster than your normal person. But Tuvon, I paint like 700 minis a year, so I get a lot of practice in. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. We're gonna let that wash dry for a few minutes, and I'll be back. Yeah, just a couple minutes. See you guys in a few. Alright, I'm back. Spilled Paint Pot, welcome in, Archaic Hammer. How you doing? Set of mag glasses that go from 1.75 to 3.5. Tell you, looking at the minis as awesome. Yeah. Because they're all messed up. Yeah, the one thing about magnifying glasses when you use them is it definitely points out a lot of your flaws. So if you're not ready for your flaws to be pointed out, then might not be ready for magnetized glasses. Yeah, I'm doing well. Swell Paint Pot, doing well. Let's go ahead. More detail brush here. Just gonna start highlighting this face. I can't capture his furrowed, browless forehead. Yeah, I get mold lines sometimes that pass me. I cleaned up this guy's head, big mold line across his head, and there's still one, so it's kind of happens sometimes. Now when I highlight his face like that, he's looking a lot like Jeff Bezos. Yeah, I don't think I want Jeff Bezos, my army leader. Just this blue tack here. Like the Dragon Nose shield. Ah, thanks, man. Thanks. We're gonna. That is like sculpted on, but we're gonna keep working on that. I have wet sandpaper all the way up to 12K. I'm sure I can make a smooth. The question is it just another procrastination? That's true. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Pum, thanks for the lurk, man. It's way too. Just, man, I regret not using the helmeted head now. It's painting deck. One thing I was gonna do was I was gonna use spare parts from my Blood Knights kit on this this Dragon Lord to give him some cooler looking swords or a lance or anything. Problem is, all the pieces in that Blood Knights kit, all the actual vampire pieces are way thinner than this chunky boy. So nothing looked right swapping between. So not able to do that. Okay, we're just gonna start highlighting parts while our color is drying. We have burgundy here. Parts I notice are dry. We'll just start working on. A little more red into that. 2 washes. As part of the Reaper set, they're teaching washes, but I don't know. I've seen. Yeah, I did washes on this guy. I mean, you can still see they're wet on a lot of this mini. So, yeah, I definitely use washes on most things I paint. Sometimes it's fun to paint without washes and just highlight straight up and mess around that way, but usually washes are way too quick and easy to use to skip over, especially when I'm painting commissions and stuff or trying to paint whole armies, because the tool in the toolbox, like using a screwdriver instead of like a power tool. Trying to build the house in a certain amount of time, you're not going to hand screw in every single screw, right? Yeah, whole armies. Let's see, I think we can work on this brown. Mistake with the first thing I do. It's very rare that I sit down and I paint an entire army, like all at the same time. But either way, if I'm painting, like my undead army here, even if I'm painting it in separate parts, like I don't want to spend all the time in the world just painting each mini. It depends on the army. Depends on how much you want to collect. So my Vampire Counts army, I maybe have, let's see, 48, I don't know, maybe 100, 110, 120 minis in the army total. Something like that. Heresy Thousand Suns, probably between 100 and 200. Yeah, that World Eaters army was something. I got more World Eaters to paint soon. Basically a whole platoon. No, what a platoon is where you are, but a platoon in normal modern day militaries is like, what, 30 to 39 people? Hey, Gosu, what's going on? Doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we can do with this brown. We're gonna add a little bit. With this dark green. Ivory, yeah, it's color. Okay, let's use that. Day started at D&D last night. Oh, cool. All right. Working on Tyranids and Terminators. Very nice. Finished the all the clones, so I am just working on Vampire Boy here. Hoping I could, you know, finish him today. Maybe tomorrow we can work on some other Undead. Next week on to the next commission, which will be more Old World minis. But it's going to be Chaos, Warriors of Chaos Old World minis. Yeah, yeah. I have a Sorcerer mini, which is a really cool mini. A Sorcerer, and I have a Chaos Lord on Chimera. I don't think I've ever seen this mini in person, so I'm excited. I still have to assemble it, but we're gonna do something similar. We'll put the Lord on the stick here, and then we'll paint the Chimera on it. So is it a Chimera? No, it's a Manticore. It's the Manticore. That's what it is. The Lord on Manticore. $250, company 100, 250. Yeah. Right. Okay. You know, I got a question for you, Archaic Hammer. Do you know where the general kept his armies? Kept them in his sleeveys. Go. That one's free. It's for you. You guys can groan and leave. It's fine. That's fine. Yeah, Gosu, I realized I painted this guy's face, and I realized he looks like Jeffrey Bezos. I have Jeff Bezos riding a dragon here. Look at him. It's not good, guys. Not good. All right. Oh, poor Jethro. Whenever I think of that joke, the armies and sleeveys joke, I think of like North Korean generals. I like the North Korean army, like, it's like they only make their uniforms in one size, and so all these like little short generals are in these like huge oversized jackets and everything. It's like, like my son like fitting into a Halloween costume, or just like it's just too big. Yep. Hey, Cameron, you should listen to the stream while you paint your mini. Because there's your encouragement. Okay. Something to work on next. And I think we can do some gold. Same bright gold. Layering, avoiding accessed air. Mithrotal was the player in the band. Oh. On gold, we got some white gold. Do a little bit of like an edge highlight on this gold. I think this mini will come together once we get to the blue. That's what I think will really matter with the highlights. stone here. So I have to paint rings. Forget his rings. Pink pot, some great whips. Yeah, yeah. They do. Yeah, Zen's been work. Painting mini. Got that airbrush and he was like good to go. Okay. Gold is complete. Bit of this highlight, we're just gonna keep moving on. Learn how to paint. So eventually pay all 500 minis from your D&D. That's a big project, but don't let your dreams be memes. Is that the saying? Let's try out. Dragon wings here. Okay, a little bit of a coat of paint. Give that a couple minutes to dry, and while that's drying, we'll just get these book pages.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, Mark UK Painting, welcome. I was gonna say Mark Cuck Painting, but I don't think that's what your name is. Welcome, Mark UK. "75 minutes have all 7 board games." Yeah, the D&D board games. I gotcha. On my ankles has something to do. There you go, man. Painting minis. Yeah, if you need to paint a lot of minis at once, yeah, I guess hanging out in this stream will be the place to be, won't it? Bit of this. Go brighten that up a little bit. Let's do the bone here. Yeah. Markuk. Okay, all right. I don't want to make light of anyone's screen name, except for Go Sucked. I mean, Go Sucks is his own name, but that's just because the what is it, the text to speech. Yeah, the text to speech says it. I didn't come up with that. Some pro-acryl bone. Quiet, you. Ghost, you've been hanging out long enough, though. I don't feel like I'd be offending you by occasionally calling you Ghost Sucked. Oh, there we go. Alright, great minds, dude. Great minds. Fundamental color for me now. Yeah. It's weird that it's like a satin color. You know, I don't get much of like a satin vibe from it, but yeah, it's a good color. It's really good for like an old, like, dirty bone kind of color. Painting stone with it? That's a good idea. When I went the lazy route and I base coated his skin the same color as all the bone, I have to have some way to separate it. That's what we're doing. Who's swearing? I don't know. Who is swearing? I'm not swearing. Oh yeah, did you see the where's that mold line? You'll be able to see it. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Gosu. Cleggzilla, welcome in. Yep. Skull on his belt. We need to get the dragon. Watered Mago's purple contrast over bone is a great skin tone. It is, yeah, it really is. I really like purple washes for like dead skin or like undead skin. Agree with that, spilled paint pot. Hey, it's noon. It's a tornado siren time. I was saying it doesn't look like Star Wars. I saw the Undead bit. Yeah, so Clegg, I painted some, we finished. Got Delta Squad here, so I got, there's Boss, Sev, Scorch, and Fixer. We painted them. I also painted this squad, their Omega Squad, I think is what they're called. We gotta do some varnish on them, but Omega Squad is pretty cool. And then we painted Commander Cody and friends. So we started on them yesterday. Yeah, they do look very clean. Yep. We started them yesterday, and we finished them up this morning really quick. So, yeah, like savings time's almost here. That's right. Yeah, it's this weekend, right? Is that Sunday? Oh, that's gonna be nice. Okay, we're gonna work on the giant horns sticking out of his back. And then we have the blue armor, and there's not a whole lot left to do after that. Got DST. What is DST? Daylight savings time? Oh, last week? Okay, okay. I don't know where you are, but here I think in all of the US, daylight savings time ends Sunday. Yeah. Oh, in the UK. Okay, okay. I realized UK did daylight savings time. Is that why Games Workshop didn't put out a Heresy article last week? Or Heresy Thursday? Because I'm holding all of the UK accountable for this. We like to be different. Yeah, understatement. Yeah. Get to PT, so I'll see y'all later. Alright, okay, Cameron, you have a good one. Thanks for stopping by and chatting. I'm to blame, I bet you are. Painful. Painful display. By the entirety United Kingdom. Okay. Start off with that. What we're gonna do, some of this color to this side, and we're gonna take some of that dark ivory. Sit right in. Okay, let's go a little brighter. Oh, why my camera is so far over. Alright, more ivory into the mix. Keep doing this until we get an acceptable tone. The bone contrasts well off the blue? Yeah, yeah. Thanks, man. I'm just painting by numbers. That's what I'm doing. I see skull and I paint it bone. I think chat decided on blue armor. Vampire, so. Maybe I did and they just chose the dragon? I can't remember. You always have to find the most complicated ways. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I kind of get in the mindset of, like, if I can't do it quick, then is it worth it kind of thing. But I've also, like, I'm using techniques that I've used so many times, so many different things. We'll call this our last coat here. Alright, looks good. Looks good. Now all I have to do is the blue. So let's get out dark blue, get out turquoise. First thing we're going to do with this dark blue is we're going to go through and just correct little mistakes we made just to make sure we're starting from a good spot. And this blue hasn't been washed or anything, so we're straight over the dark blue. It'll be really similar to our Blood Knight's banner, a color palette that we're using. Do whole bunch of blue down. Turquoise in with it. It's all just eyeballing. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty similar to that. And that's kind of my, like, I guess, higher end blue paint. Take this color and just avoid excesses. Most time-consuming step, but this is the one I'm most excited about because I like painting blue. Highlighting blue is just really fun. Lots of like cool shades out of it. This will be a gradual build-up on this blue. Might not be able to see it too well on camera yet. Probably could have done a little more to embellish his armor. Like there's some inner trim on the shoulder. I noticed before. Okay, I think that's it for first coat of blue. Or turquoise. Go for our next coat, and we're gonna try to stick to the edges here on the different bits of armor. What's up, Zen? How you doing this morning? Or I guess afternoon. It is afternoon already. What's going on, man? I am painting the vampire lord that belongs on the dragon. We finished up the clones earlier this morning, so we're just gonna go ahead and do some fun stuff. I started him this morning and I'm already highlighting one of the final colors, so finish the clones, might finish this guy today, and then tomorrow I think I'm going to paint some more undead, so yeah. Did you look up that restaurant I told you about? I'm excited to try the place. Did not. Okay. The food looks good. Their whole menu's in Spanish. I don't understand what their menu is saying, but I'm gonna try to figure it out. If there are any Spanish words I remember, it's food-related words. My way around. colors here. Hit stage, and I think we move on. Menu looks wild. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I mean, it's got good reviews. Food sounds good. It's guess a cultural cuisine I have not tried before, so I think it'd be fun. Puerto Rican food, anybody? A fan of Puerto Rican food? Can we eat there? What do you mean, can we eat there? Are we like... What do you mean? It says they're open. Must I know? It's in the tire shop? No way. No way it's in the tire shop. Did I find a restaurant in a tire shop? It's got good reviews, though. Means it's good. Thank you, Go Sue. Thank you. Yeah. Get a tire rotation. Yeah, yeah. It's a food truck? Oh, is it a food truck? Really? I didn't see that. It had an address, though. That's a permanent address. You know what, Zen? I'm gonna go there, and you're not gonna like it, but you fed me Mediterranean quote unquote food from a gas station and called it completely legitimate. I feel like eating Puerto Rican food from a food truck is not. So there, okay. What's up, Misfit? Blue highlights putting in work. Yeah, thanks. They're trying. I think we're gonna go real bright on the next highlight. Have you ever brushed on varnish before? Yeah, I have. It's fine. It goes on fine. Just don't put it on too heavy. You can thin it. Yeah, like Flow Improver works well. I mean, are you using like a matte varnish on them? You shouldn't have to thin it. What kind of varnish did you use for it to come out shiny? Brighter coat here. Gloss varnish. Yeah. Gloss varnish is garbage, honestly. Never looks right. The only time I actually use gloss varnish is when I am like, I put it as a first coat of varnish because gloss varnish is like the strongest varnish, because the most like pure varnish. I put down gloss varnish and then I cover it with other stuff. That's the only time I use gloss varnish. Otherwise, if I'm going for a look, like a shiny look, I use satin. Yeah, that's right though. Mix a little matte varnish with your gloss varnish. Harlequins look great. They're gloss. Okay. Oh, that's cool though. Hey, if you like it, that's fine. What are you painting today? I am working on this vampire lord who will be mounted atop a zombie dragon. I think we're just gonna finish him up today. Yeah, we got time. We'll finish him up. Highlighting the blues on his armor. Hurler on top of the zombie dragon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, hold on. Seguelo Sombrero. Segue El Sombrero. Is that your name? Welcome in.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing
Pretty
me back
crazy.
into your home.
And Worm Farmer Eddie, thank you for the follow. Got worms. Yeah, we got the dragon mostly done, so you know we're happy with this guy. Maybe we'll just put on that dragon before we finish up today. It means follow the hat. Just the name of my painting studio. Oh, cool. Okay, okay. That's really cool. Okay, extra bright, not quite pure turquoise. Segue el sombrero. Start pronouncing Spanish like Peggy Hill. Well, thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate it. This one is a painting for fun. So we actually did just kind of finish up a commission this morning. And so I told myself I was going to try to finish some... I told myself I was going to finish all my Vampire Count minis, but... I have, before the end of the month. So I have not enough time, too many minis to finish, but I'm going to try to finish this zombie dragon riding vampire here. This is my own personal mini. about done. That's pretty good on those highlights there. Yeah. Okay, so a couple little things to do on this guy. One, we're going to paint his eyes and his teeth. I'm just going to get a little bit of white in there. And then get a couple like little gem kind of things around, which... a little bit of white gold. A little more white gold. Here we have that covered. I can't get over the fact that my vampire looks like Jeffrey Bezos. It ruins this whole mini for me. Okay. A couple gemstone colors. We'll use some green. And we'll use some red. Sword. And his ring can add some red. There we go. Touch up. Well, that's pretty quick and easy. Vampire Lord. I could do for the fun of it, I'll do a little more bright silver. Sword blade. Extra regal here. Jeffrey Bezos, yep. Who'd have thought my Vampire Lord was born in 1964? Amazing. I put some flesh wash in his cup so it looks like blood is in his cup, so he's got like a snack for himself in case he gets hungry when he's riding his dragon. So I figured that would be nice. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Happy with it. I feel like I didn't do enough, but I also feel like it's pretty good. So let's get out. Let's get out the dragon. Let's also get out some warm gray. We're gonna do a little bit of dry brushing. Okay. Here's our dragon. He did that sword of that guy, like the Sword of Omens from Thundercats. I don't remember what that looks like, so. See the minis for that game Trench Crusade? I saw. So, I think so. Let me see if this was. Oh no, this is something different. Okay. No, it's like it's like a mix between Silent Hill and like World War One. Is that a crazy comparison with these minis? That's pretty insane. Apparently it plays a bit like Mordheim, from what I just saw. Back from early voting. Place was wild. Yeah, I'm going tomorrow, and I'm assuming there's going to be a pretty crazy line. Just preparing for it mentally. Warhammer 40k and or not tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's sorry, Friday. Going Friday. Get ahead of myself. Doesn't seem to have the colors of 40k. Yeah, it definitely seems a lot more like dingy, right? I look at those minis, I'm like, yeah, it looks like it was like Pyramid Head or whatever. Side wasn't bad. The line of the park maneuvering was nuts. Really. How long did you end up waiting? I know you're not even in like the same county as we are, but.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, Ravenheel, welcome. Thank you for the follow, Ravenheel. I hope you're doing great. Having a good day. Space Marine Chaos Space Marine Sister battles a demon and a Nurgle faction. Oh wow, okay. Once I get in, no wait. Alright. The line up to park was crazy. Okay. Yeah, I've never voted early before, so it's something new for me. Pretty Dragon, thank you, Amethystine. I appreciate that. How are you doing? And Raven Heels, thank you. I appreciate the kind words as well. I'll dunk it in some basin material here soon. Let's try brushing rocks. Some things I like about this dragon. So yeah, it's good. It's good. And this is the guy that's going to be riding it. So he's just gonna go right on the saddle, which we can actually get a bit of a look here. Right, because my work schedule doesn't work great. Yeah. I think I've always been able to vote on voting day, on election day or whatever, but by this early voting stuff. That's gonna be it. This big regal blue armored vampire sitting on top of this undead dragon. I did fill his skull with green stuff and then painted it because it was just a hole through his skull. And so yeah. Giveaway for my channel ends tomorrow. Trying to see if the Holy Inquisition will make good on that favor they owe me. Instant agent to stream at my place on Halloween night. Oh no, because you gotta do your giveaway. You don't want to do that on Halloween or what? Let's take you off for a minute. Yeah, that's fair. Stream during the day like I do. Then you don't have to worry about that, right? Excuse me. 2 pages front and back of the selection. Lots of stuff. Yeah, there's lots of stuff. Yeah. I already like filled out a I always fill out a ballot online just to like have an idea of everything and be able to like look up stuff on my own time, and then I email it to myself so I can just look it up when I get in the booth and I don't have to think about it. A party with the family. That's fair. That's fair. Welcome back, Gosu. Last year we went trick-or-treating and we were all wearing costumes, and we went outside to take some pictures of my son, you know, and everything. Our neighbor across the street walks over and just starts chatting with us. The same thing. Nice. And she's an older lady, a boomer lady, and she talks about all of her medical problems all the time, and that's all she talks about. And so she was doing that, and we're taking pictures, and it's like, you know, it's about to be like the start time for everything, and we're like, we want to go, and she just keeps talking and talking and talking. So eventually we just ignored her, and we're walking in and outside and like doing all of our things to, you know, get ready to go, and she's just going on and talking, and eventually we're just like, all right, we're going, bye. And like that was it. Like, she never got the hint that we didn't want to hear about all of her medical problems while we're like getting ready to trick-or-treat. This year, apparently, my mother-in-law wants to come over and go trick-or-treating with us, which, you know, I'm not a huge fan of, but I mentioned to my wife that maybe mother-in-law can talk to neighbor across the street when she inevitably comes over and starts talking about her medical problems, so she can just be the distraction Carnifex, and we can go trick-or-treat. Maybe they'll be done by the time we get back. I don't know. Yeah, she's the diversion. Yeah. Exactly. I used to do that at work. That was a technique. There was a lady I worked with, and she would literally. I'm not exaggerating. She would talk for 2 hours and not stop, like not care if like who was listening, if people were responding, if people were looking at her. 2 hours straight. Yeah, mother-in-law is the distraction Carnifex. Just fine. It's 2 birds with 1 stone right there. You know, we don't have to trick or treat with mother-in-law, and we don't have to hear our neighbor talk about all of her problems. But this lady would talk, so what we would do is, yeah, she'd start talking, and like I would be on a computer doing nothing because there was nothing to do at that place, and I would just sit there, and I would just be fading off into sleep, not saying a thing, and she'd sit next to me just talking about her kid and, you know, whatever, like your kid, I don't know, getting into trouble or something, and then just everything, every single thing in her life she would tell me about. As soon as someone would get close to the space where we were, I would get up and walk off, and she would just immediately look at that person and start talking to him. Like, wouldn't stop to pause, didn't care that someone just left without saying anything. She would just keep talking. And so, like, you know, common, you know, technique was just you just had to be patient and wait for someone to come by. And she'd just keep going. Yeah. Lady was crazy. So great for this day, like 25 years later, my mother-in-law is my ex-mother-in-law. Yeah. It's funny too, like Like, my wife likes my parents. My parents really like my wife. So, you know, my wife has the good mother-in-law. My mom can still be pretty crazy, but overall, they're very respectful people, and you know, my parents and good people and everything. And but man, my wife's like kind of an only child. She's her mom's only child too, so it's like all the attention is on us. But it's not really all the attention on us because her mother-in-law is like a supreme narcissist, so like a diagnosed narcissist. So it's all the attention on my mother-in-law, but it's just focused on you know, my wife. Any phone calls minimum 45 minutes. I think I say 3 sentences. Yeah, my oldest brother is like that. Yeah, but he normally calls when he's bored. So like he's at work and he's got nothing to do because he's like, you know, he's a firefighter, or like, you know, he's an EMT, so he'll call when there's nothing going on. He'll just ramble, and I don't mind that so much because I don't think he particularly cares either that I'm just like doing whatever, you know, while he's talking. So he just needs something to do. Kind of gave my parents the impression they should only call me if there's an emergency. Oh no. They're like, we just don't want to bother you, Gosu. I make it a point to call my parents, you know, once a week. At least. Just chat. I used to have a lot more of like a routine where I was like driving and stuff, and I just call when I was driving somewhere, but I'm not doing that much anymore. I like make an effort not to forget. My parents just don't want to call 3 times. Oh, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what it is, but when I worked third shift, all of a sudden, me working third shift, all of a sudden, my mom decides she wants to call me at noon every day. Every single day. I swear she would call at noon. It's like, I don't... When am I supposed to sleep? And she worked third shift, too. That's the crazy thing. Like, she spent time working third shift. Her adult life. She knows what it's like. Yeah, right in the middle of my sleep. It's like someone calling at like 3 a.m. You know, when you're like asleep. Heltron, what's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, my parents are coming up into town this weekend though, and I'm excited to see my parents. But they're bringing my niece who lives down there near them. She's coming up because they wanted to come to Painting Sun's birthday party. So we're going to hang out and eat. I'm going to eat way too much food. I'm going to kill my diet. Great. I'm going to try to maintain a semblance of a diet by eating good food. It's just going to be a lot of good food. So that's going to be... That's the challenge. The wings of dark emerald. They're green. Yeah, it's very much like a... kind of like a camo green-esque color. With some highlights of this faded green color. Yeah. I actually used, it was, what's that speed paint? The speed paint color camo cloak. That's kind of like a grayish green. This was the color that I used initially. Amazing, good blending. Thank you, Raven. I appreciate it, man. Mother used to call me every day after work, and every day it was earlier than the day before. Oh, that's bad. That's hilarious, though. That's so funny. Just calling you like during your lunch break eventually, and you're just like, I can't talk right now. Like, I don't know why you don't get this. I think I might just glue this guy on here. Just gonna plop down right there. Man, that's cool. I like the contrast of the like bright blue, like clean vampire. Like he is the vampire lord, right? on this like dingy undead dragon. Really cool. Really cool effect. All of my undead creatures have like the glowy eyes. I kind of took that from Total War. Anybody who's not a vampire, basically, or like a necromancer, gets the glowy eyes. So, welcome back, Amethystine. We're talking about mother-in-laws, so free to join in or about I guess mothers calling at inconvenient times. All right. The skulls. Okay. Let's put down a bit of wash. Brush, that'll be good. My mom is calling at an inconvenient time is during a seance. Okay. That's hilarious. Also, I'm sorry. My condolences. This is that time you're trying to call? Yeah, yeah. Busy bottling. And if you have to put 1,500 bottles an hour into a rinser in order to have the thing spray disinfectant in your face. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. You can't just like take calls when you're, especially not like manufacturing, right? Okay. Wash on there. I think we're just gonna glue this vampire on the old dragon. Gonna call someone else, and she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm just checking in." Yeah, sounds like a mom. Yep. You know, I had this experience in school. So I was in high school right when cell phones were like coming around. So like like mid 2000s. 2004. I graduated in 2008. So I had a cell phone when I got my driver's license. It was a very basic cell phone. There was nothing fancy to it, right? I think as we all understand how our cell phones worked when 15 years ago. But I had it in school. You're not allowed to have cell phones in school when I was in school. Absolutely not allowed. So you get in trouble for it. Nokia 3310. Okay. I think I had a Motorola Razor, but it was like the first gen Razor, and it was like this thick, and like, wow, it's so thin, you know. I didn't have any no texting, anything like that. But so I would keep my cell phone in school because everybody did. It's just you got in trouble if you got caught with it. She would call me during school hours. My mom would call me during school hours. And she did that once where she called multiple times. Like wondering why I'm not answering my phone. And I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing. Like I'm in school. Are you doubting that I'm in school? Is there something I've done that caused you to doubt that I would be in school right now, or what? Like, when I was in high school, pagers were the cool thing. Yeah, not really a phone guy. I mostly just keep it turned off. That's fair. That's fair. I'm on my phone way too much, but never keep the ringer on. It's just the vibrate setting. I don't know anybody that keeps the ringer on anymore. All right, pretty sweet dragon. I think I'm happy with it. I'm happy with that. There's definitely things I could do, and I might do. Mess around with some of the colors on them and everything, but pretty crazy look. We just have to base this guy. Maybe we're gonna base this guy. Maybe that right now. We got time. We can base him. One rings while we're hanging out. Yeah. Yours just is on a vibrate setting though, right? It's just like a different vibrate pattern to mine. Put some of these paints up. Scoot these guys over. And let's get our stuff out. Here's our basic material, our glue. And what I'm gonna do, a paper towel. I'm gonna set it to the side. I'm sorry you guys will not be able to see a lot of this because I'm not putting the paper towel down on the mat, because then you won't be able to see anything. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna brush on this fast drying basing glue, this stuff. It's gonna take about 10-15 minutes to start drying out on the base. And then I'm going to basically pour this mix on the base. I'm going to do that over a paper towel so I can save the all this basing material I can. I won't be able to do that as well if I just put it straight on the mat. So. Yeah, I know. I'm really proud of this basing material. Yeah, I was happy with this stuff. It's all Geek Gaming Scenics. Blue is awesome against the bone array. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Some good contrast. Yeah, I'm happy with it. All right, we're gonna do this kind of the cheater way. I'm just gonna put blue all around here. We'll just spread it around that, because we'll need a lot of this stuff. Okay, let's go for that. See how that works. So it's the same whether you're doing a a huge mini or a small mini. When you're basing with this stuff, spread this glue around, and then you have to let it dry, and basically not completely dry, you have to let it start to dry. And what they recommend is about 10 minutes. In that 10 minutes you'll see the edges on the base where the glue is on the edges, whereas normally where it's the thinnest will start to turn clear. And when that is turning clear, that's when you know that it's at a good structural point where it'll hold the basing material. Since we're putting this on really heavy, we're going to put the basing material on really heavy as well. What I noticed with this current basing material I have is it actually, it'll soak through.
First of all
the
let me
muscle
take just a
tissues.
moment
Yeah,
to
yeah,
thank
it's
you for allowing me back into your home.
It's pretty simple techniques. Like looking at this mini in person, I can spot a bunch of flaws, but also it's my mini, right? So obviously I'm going to be able to spot the flaws in my own mini. I really appreciate the kind words though. I paint a lot. So, and I'm really happy with how my my vampire count army has turned out. A lot of fun. I've been wanting a vampire counts army for a while. I used to have one way back in the day, and I ended up selling it when Warhammer Fantasy died. That's one of the too many things I have sold that I've regretted really hard. The other one was my Imperial Guard army that I sold. But and thank you for the follow, Drago Boncho. Welcome. The worst thing about these big bases is getting the material actually on them. And this stuff will dry for the rest of the day, and then tomorrow I'll put a sealant over it, some isopropyl alcohol and some thinned down PVA. That'll hold all this stuff in place, and then we varnish the mini and we're done. Some of this extra. Alright guys, I know you guys are chatting here. Here, trying to even it out a bit. Also, painting large minis on stream is difficult. So forgive me if you can't see everything clearly, or anything clearly. Okay. So now what we do, we wait for a few minutes. You missed a spot, you can come back over the spot with the glue in. Yeah, I can. This is not PVA glue. This is Geek Gaming Scenic's fast drying basing glue. More work, just put a layer of dirt over the base, trench in alcohol, and put watered down PVA. Yeah, Heltron, that works just fine. I do have a like a dirt mix where it's like yeah, where I just put like Elmer's glue, and then I put the stuff in when it dries, and I do the alcohol watered down PVA. Brush some glue, have a pot. I've never baked dirt though. I've never done that. I like the lip base a lot since it keeps the basing material in. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's my name. Good. When someone gets it right, sweet. Drago Boncho. Alright. You probably, I mean, to get rid of bacteria, I mean, you're not going to be eating the miniatures, so I'm not concerned about the bacteria. I have used dirt for literal decades, like off of like the end of your, like my driveway and stuff, like that, like crushed up gravel and everything. I have literally never had any mold or anything like pop up on bases. Make so much bark material for making my night base. I have enough base to full-size Warlord Titan. Okay. Yeah, wood. I might bake wood. Yeah, fast drying basing glue. This is what I use. This stuff. It dries tacky. It never dries like fully solid. It dries tacky, so it's weird to get on your fingers and everything. But what's nice is you can take this and you can just tacky bits, but this off. Let's put it on the. A little clean. Goes off anything in start. That's true. Yeah. You start putting alcohol in there. Now you see this little corner right here. You see how it's starting to turn clear. That's what I'm gonna look for around kind of all the corners. That or all the edges. It'll start drying out around the edges, and that's when you know that like you can put the material on it and it's not just gonna fall off the side. Hey, lazy. So, Geek Gaming Scene Space ready. Yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah, Drago, I love the Geek Gaming Scenic stuff. I do like Vallejo Scenic, so like, you know, we have this guy. This was Black Lava Asphalt. I just dry brushed some gray over it. So Black Lava Asphalt's really good. I use it for my droid army too. But it's cool, like for a black sandy base. Look at this. Look at this guy. I like these black clones here, this black armor. It's gonna get a satin varnish. It's gonna look really good. Yeah, it's our like texture paint, terrain paste. Yeah. It's this stuff. Let's see. This is diorama effects, earth texture. So yeah, the black lava asphalt. It's got this nice gloopy. It's like glue paint and grit. Yeah, they're called Omega Squad. It's the name of the commandos. I had never heard of Omega Squad, but Omega that's Omega Squad. So from AK Interactive, nice, nice. Yeah, because I have Delta Squad, so like I have Sev here, which I found out earlier today. Delta Squad actually has rules in Star Wars Legion, and I had no idea. You can actually play like the Delta Squad. Um, but yeah, Delta Squad, and then these are just commandos. So I got, you know, this guy with his sniper rifle. They're not really good. Because I painted, it was 11 minis. I painted, it was about 4.5 hours. Paint them, not bad at all. Ooh, what am I looking at, Zen? What you got? Oh, you're a guitarist? Alright, alright. Let's see. Looks really good. I love I love that guitar. That's so good. If there is any anything I would do differently, Zen, it's before you do anything else over that blue, dry brush that mini in a lighter blue. Just give it a really light dry brush and catch the edges on that mini. It'll go a long way toward making that mini not look like flat, like the blue on it. It'll separate out those details and stuff. Yeah. That if you did that and like, you know, maybe highlights on the purple and the guitar and stuff, the mini would look flawless. Like it's great looking mini. Yeah, it's just kind of like a base coat. Like you could always go back and you could just do some like highlights on those parts, but like highlighting Space Marines are really annoying. Use diorama effects water basing on my Magnus model. Yeah, I have some of the water stuff. I don't have like their big tubs of the water effects, but I do have some of the. I've used some of their water effects from like diorama kits way back when, and yeah, it's fun, easy to use, and it looks really good. But no, that mini's great though. I love the mix of like Night Lords and Slanesh, and the lightning looks really good. Okay, yeah, yeah. There's not as enough, I guess, in the difference. You can see it on like the back, the like rear view on the mini, on like the top of the guitar, but that's about it.
It's cold.
Hey DC,
And that's
what's
what
up?
I call high quality H2O.
All right, definitely take a drink. Yeah, in the whips and in the Discord, Zen's paint. He is painting a. It is a Night Lord Noise Marine, but he has an electric guitar, and it's not the GW one. It's a 3D print. Yeah. Hey Gabe, thank you. We're waiting for this bit of glue to dry here. You can see around the edges, starting to get turn clear, right? We're going to start shoveling basing material all over it. A spoon would be really useful here. Do not own a spoon. I might use a little. I own a spoon. I don't own a... maybe what if I use a little base? A spare base. Okay. And I have my metal spudger here, which is super useful, always. They only play Tom Petty covers? Okay. Yeah, I'll get that 5th one too. I gotta print that one, and so I need to set this mini to the side. So I'm sorry, guys, you're not gonna be watching this. Look at here. Look at Delta Squad while you wait. There's boss. Margaritaville. I'm dumping this stuff really heavy because I know this particular basing material, the glue will soak through and it looks really thin. It's probably gonna be full container. Normally just dip the base of the mini in the container, which they don't come with containers, they just come in bags, the actual basing material. So I don't think you're gonna buy it and get these cool circular poker card containers like I have. This mini around. Almost done. Okay, and I'm gonna get this spudger. Alright. Way too much? Yeah, probably. Okay. So that's what we have left in the container. This stuff goes a long way also. It seems like a really small bag. But we just covered that base, and we're going to end up dumping all the excess, and we're going to put it all back in here, all the excess. So we're not going to waste anything, or as little as we can. But I did Nemesis from Resident Evil. Well, you blend muscle t-shirt, probably amazing. Okay, well, that's good to know. Yeah. I saw the newest Midwinter Minis video. He left a finished 3D print. Okay. I don't know why you tell me about Midwinter Minis videos. I mean, I know why you do, but... well, guys, I think with all that, I think we're gonna call the stream there today. We finish a dragon, we finish these clones, and tomorrow I think I'm going to paint a corpse cart. So I'll show you guys. I'll give you guys a preview. This is the corpse cart. It is literally zombies with stakes through their chest, pulling a cart full of more zombies. With a bell. Tintinabulum or whatever, but yeah. Quite a fun show. Well, Raven Heels, thank you so much, man. I will be on tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, more than welcome to come hang out. If you just want to lurk and paint, you know, while you listen in and relax, or if you want to chat, it's all good. Happy either way, I understand. But yeah, I'll be streaming on, no, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day to get in on the giveaway. We're giving away a Foxbite miniature painting handle. So if you are interested in possibly winning one of those, it's completely free if you have the channel points. If you don't have the channel points, or if you just want an extra entry, any paid Patreon membership amount, will get you an extra entry into the giveaway. A bonus entry, I guess, is what that would be. Yeah, I think he's in. All right, Zen's link at that. And if you want to look at the miniature painting handle, can you do, was exclamation point Fox? You can go on Foxbite's website. You can take a look at it. You can get a good view of what we're giving away, what they graciously provided the channel to give away to you awesome viewers. So we're going to be doing that drawing on Monday, but tomorrow is your last day to submit your entries. So not Monday, Sunday night. Sunday night we're doing the giveaway. Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Monday, no, stop. Um, yeah, but that's when we're doing the giveaway. But, with that, we'll find someone real quick to raid. How about that? I gotta be quick. Yeah, Brannigan's on. Hey, we can ask Brannigan about his game, right? Is Brannigan? Yeah, he's the Dice a Lot guy. Let's go talk about Dice a Lot. Let's go see if he's got any rumors or anything about Dice a Lot. Yeah. Noise Marine's dope. Yeah, it is. And I would just ask guys that go give Brannigan a follow, say hi, show some support, and yeah, stick around as long as you like with the raid. But thank you guys so much for coming to hang out, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.